your guy, number 80, former Hofstra grad, of course, longtime New York Jet. We welcome him to the show, Wayne Chrebet. And Wayne, before we get into the Jets and what's going to happen with this team and Aaron Glenn, you were there with this team 2001 with the senseless attacks on 9/11. What was your perspective and feel being with the Jets when all that was happening?
Yeah, it was tough. I remember going back. It was a Tuesday, which is our off day. And it happened like 8:30 in the morning. I remember people just calling, texting me and like, turn on the TV. So just being from here, knowing a lot of people in the towers is something I drove by my whole career being from New Jersey. It hit hard. It hit everybody hard. We tried to go down there and help the best we could. But you know what? When we did get back on the field, it was weird. We played the Patriots. There was no Jets or Patriots fans. I remember that game back. It was just, fans, football fans, USA coming together. And I just remember at that point, it was just nice how everybody came together. But that day, obviously, you'll never forget. But, we do tribute to it every year. So best we can.
There's no question. And listen, it's different for you. You said you're from here, Garfield, New Jersey kid, Hofstra, obviously. But, it's not like it's a basketball team, which will be tough enough, or even a baseball team, which is smaller. Football, the roster is massive. So with something like that and guys living all over the country, how do you get back to the business of focusing on your job eventually? Yeah,
it's the kind of thing where we got in there and, I knew a lot of people in there. Some didn't make it out. And maybe it was different for people from like the West Coast or something like that. Obviously everybody got impacted, but the fact that we knew people and lost people, being local was tough. And when we got into the meeting, Vinny and Mawai and us, and they said, we're not playing. We're not playing this week. We made a decision. You could donate all our game checks. And I think the NFL kind of followed us to cancel all the games. So, yeah, it was tough, at that point to get on the field and focus. But when we did, I think we gave, people a chance, 3 hours, a game to maybe not think about it as much, to kind of try to heal it as best we could, to just make people smile for a little bit.
And the Jets have made people smile so far this year, Wayne, with their Week 1 performance. I know it was a loss, and a lot of fans are frustrated with that, but to me, I saw some great signs. What'd you think of Aaron Glenn's head coaching debut with your Jets?
Yeah, I listened to you guys to see where you guys are at on everything. No more victories. We talked about that, but it's different, man. You see the culture is different. The mood is different. The vibe is different. I was saying like last year. Am I frozen?
No, you're good.
No, you're good. You're good, man.
Last year, I think we just had a bunch of popular names on the back of the jerseys, but we weren't a team. You know what I mean? We weren't a team. We didn't come together. But now it just looks different. Consequences for bad penalties or for, stupid plays or whatever. I know they cut, Gibson. There was a little more to it than that. But listen, you got to know that if you're not playing well or you hurt the team, you're not going to be there. And that's the message.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a video, and they used to put these, oh, God, I'm a nut today. They used to put, like, the Gillette season in review / preview, and I used to watch it on Sunday mornings before I'd actually go to the old Meadowlands to watch you and the rest of the Jets play. Anyway, there was a scene in it where Dedrick Ward is trying to field punts in training camp, and Parcells, he's on his ass. Like, he's like, if you can't do it, you're not playing. Yeah. And you can see that obviously Aaron takes something, and you say there's more to it with Gibson, and we'll believe it. But if you can't do the certain simple things or selfish things, you can't be here. And that's the first step, Wayne. We could talk about culture and all the other stuff. It's got to start with accountability, right?
Yeah, accountability, playing for the person next to you. And listen, for a team like us, which, we score 32, we shouldn't lose, but so you're always going to have a chance if you don't hurt yourself. We get a lot of times we have like a great play on interception for touchdown. Oh, but we late hit the quarterback. We did this. We hit out of bounds. The plays like that, it was when you lose the games. They had a fumble. We always had a cushion up by 2 scores. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And we lost that. We lost momentum. We hung in there, but it took a 60-yard field goal in MetLife to beat us. That's what it took to beat us. No more victories, but everybody can see that the culture has changed.
There's no doubt. So what's on Wayne Chrebet, of course, number 80, longtime Jet, one of my favorites. He is my favorite Jet. I've told him that before. So let me ask you this, Wayne. Where were you on the Rodgers return? And not to belabor Rodgers, it's more about Justin Fields. But were you open to Rodgers coming back to work with Glenn in year 1? Or did you think it was time to cut bait? And then obviously, based on that, what'd you see from Fields the other day?
Yeah, as far as cutting bait, in that first meeting, AG's like, first thing, we'll talk about Aaron. When I know something, you'll know something. And he made that decision immediately to move on. And it was good because Aaron, what did he do? He made you wait. And finally, Pittsburgh gets him. But that's what was going to happen. You get to the draft and you're not going to know, or all the free agents are going to be signed. Immediately, he went after Justin Fields. He had to try to stop him twice a year, in their conference. But, yeah, it's a good move, untapped talent. And you can see we haven't had a quarterback that can pull it and go 50, 60 yards. It's going to happen. That dude is talented. It's just about him giving confidence to throw the ball on time and to the right guys and not hurt himself. 1 sack for 6 yards.
Yeah.
We've had guys, we had 4 sacks for like 60 yards. I don't want to mention names, but it's just different, ball safety, running downhill. AG didn't line. He's like, we're going to line up. We're going to run. We're going to run behind our good tackles. And Brees did a great job, and Justin did a great job.
You played, Wayne, with Aaron Glenn for a long time. You both played for Bill Parcells. Can you see Aaron Glenn or in Aaron Glenn's team, Bill Parcells, the way he used to coach you guys? That's what Glenn's trying to bring to this Jets team. You see that?
Yeah, he's a little bit of Bill. He's a little bit of Algro, and Peyton he talks to, and Campbell. He's a different breed. But yeah, listen, they're in practice. They're running like live tackling drills. I was there. You up. This guy. That. Let's go. Whistle. That's, you don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? They're not banging, but you get back to that. You got to get back to the technique, and you forget. And you don't want to get embarrassed in front of your teammates. So he's bringing that competitive nature. So it's a little bit of Bill, but it's that knock them down, dust them off kind of thing. As far as treating your players, you treat your veterans different. But there's consequences, and people know that. And listen, your job's not always safe. You're not going to get cut, the big guys, but you might have to sit the bench or run some extra, whatever it is. But yeah, there's a lot of Parcells in him.
He seems like he's the same personality as he was as a player. I mean, listen, what you present in front of the public is always a little there. Yeah, the language you use, just how you comport yourself. But he seems to be the same guy for the most part that you and others would just, whether it's Mickens, whether it's Coles, your boys on that team, obviously, just kind of shoot the breeze. It doesn't seem like he's changing much. He's being himself, unlike Sala, and really unlike everybody else. Is this the real Aaron Glenn, what we're seeing at these press conferences?
Yeah, dude, he's a natural-born leader. I was just saying, he's the left corner, I'm the right receiver. I went against him thousands of times between 1-on-1, 7-on-7 over the years, and there was no gimmies. And I got to tell you, there was never, after playing anything, where we had each other's face mask or we're pulling, yelling. It wasn't like that. And you know what? He was a scout first, which helps. He can evaluate talent, work his way up. But, it's just this how he is. He was talking about his dad. It's not a 9-to-5 thing. I'm staying here till I'm done. You know what I mean? No matter what time it is. And that's the kind of guy you want. And that's the guy that I made sure I went against when I was a rookie. Like first, second day, I'm like, I want to set the bar. I'm going against Aaron, 1-on-1s, whatever it is. I moved back in line. I'm like, till I can line up and go against him and see how it was. I'm like, all right, I did well against him. I'm like, if I could go well against him, I think I got a chance because he was a tremendous player.
Yes, he was.
Did you ever think that he would be a head coach back then? Were there any signs? You guys ever talk about him maybe one day wanting to be a leader and be a coach of an NFL team?
That's a great question. No, we didn't talk about that back then. I knew after, he wanted to stay involved, but, when I saw him go up the ranks from scout to position coach to to coordinator, this, that, it just made sense. And, the thing about getting first head coach job, can you see me all right?
Yeah, we're good. Looking good.
So getting, everybody's like, oh, he's a first-time head coach. At some point, everybody's a first-time head coach. But, he deserves it. And coming in New York, he said to me, I know how I'm going to be treated by the media, the fans, everybody, if I don't do well. He's like, in spite of all that, I'm ready for it. I am a New York Jet, and I'm going to be the reason that we come back to, be respected. And you see us on the schedule, and you got your hands full. And I think that started last week. And then we got a big game this week with Buffalo, and we always play great versus them.
And he saw that, and you saw that firsthand when Parcells came in and turned things around with your Jets team, and it took you had to get rid of that lefty quarterback that you had thrown to your rookie year. Get a real guy in there like Vinny Testaverde to turn things around.
Hey, Glenn Foley started the first 2 games in '98. Yeah.
Listen to that. Yeah, we started with Glenn and not doing well, and Bill made the change. But listen. I was talking about doing stuff with DraftKings, and I heard all your these stuff, with bets and stuff like that, which is fun. This will tell you the respect. We're plus 25,000 win the Super Bowl. Fine. And I was saying, all right, we're playing the Bills this week. For the AFC East, we are plus 1,900. The Bills are minus 285. I know I'm, plugging DK. This is how people think of us. This is how, we're so low on the totem pole. We've been a bottom dweller. But Buffalo, we play well, but I don't realize that what they're coming into. This isn't the same team. And they're bringing it. This is going to be a 2-ice bag game. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude,
this is going to be black and blue. You got to earn it. I'm excited about it. I'll be there. With bells on, man. I'll be on the sideline. I'm a Jet for life. And like I said, Aaron's a Jet for life. And he said, I'm coming to New York to finish what we didn't finish in 1998. And I love that.
Listen, bring back Vinny T, bring back Chad, bring back Coles, bring back Mo. Just don't bring back Keyshawn. We don't need Keyshawn next to you, Wayne.
We were at Fanatics. We were talking. I'm like, you keep trying to get me to say something about him. Listen, if I saw him right now, I would dap him up. I would give him a hug and be like, how you doing?
I know.
Different when you're on to kill each other.
I know you would. I know.
Oh, we're not going to break bread together.
Well, there you go. So I'm not totally off base. Hey, listen, I don't like he tried to clown you with that stupid book. And you had to go out there. Yeah. You had to earn everything that you got. And listen, Keyshawn was the first overall pick, and he was a stud, 6'3" out of USC. But, let's face it, when you guys were on the field, the stats were pretty comparable. So, to me, advantage number 80.
No, we were top. 1998, you look. We led probably, or top 3 with like Carter, Moss, all those guys.
Yeah.
And we had a Hall of Fame Curtis get, his 1,500 yards. Richie Anderson, 80 catches. Vinny, we had that kind of offense. So, we weren't best friends, but you play with guys like that, blood, sweat, and tears. It's just you have something that people don't understand,
Wayne, how was Boomer as a leader? He's the leader of WFAN, so we kind of know from afar a little bit, but he keeps his distance. Us little guys are at bay. Your rookie year, you were there with Boomer. How was he as a leader for you?
Good. He gave me my nickname. Everybody calls me Q. Nobody calls me Wayne ever, because we were warming up, whatever, and the rookies had our, names on top of our helmet. And he's like, Qbert. I'm like, Qbert. I'm like, he's like, Qbert, that's your name. I'm like, oh no, it's almost cursed. That's not my effing name. I'm like, and I told him, he's like, whatever, you're not going to be here. So I get in the huddle with him because this guy was hurt.
That sounds about right.
That guy was out of shape. This guy was dropping passes. This guy didn't know the playbook. So I moved up, and then I get in a huddle, and Boomer looks like he's like, for real. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm what you got going in down to Joe Robbie, and he had a choice. To how he's going to treat me, and he took me under his wing, and I'm grateful. He's always been great to me, and he told me how to be a pro. We had a tough year, but he's a great guy, and I cherish him.
And the fact that you played 1 year with him and still have a great relationship, like I saw Wayne, the first time I met you, Wayne, I don't know if you remember, was out at the live show that they did 2 years ago on Long Island at the Paramount, and I saw Wayne backstage there. So the fact that you would all these years keep in touch with Boomer, I mean, that says something just for 1 year playing with him, right?
Just through, his charity and everything else, I'll go to, playing this golf thing or go visit him. But, he tells stories about me. He makes fun of me. The whole first game, he's like trying to put me in motion. And I'm, he's lifting his leg, I'm like this. And he's like, you're supposed to go in motion. I'm like, dude, Dan Marino and Don Shula are right there. He's like, you got to pay attention. I was like, dude, I'm in awe. I'm like, dude, Dan Marino's standing. He's like, yeah, we're playing right now. But it was just fun. And it was weird because I never caught from a lefty before. So your hands are like this instead of this, which was pretty weird getting used to it. So I was like, hey, let's just stay out here and throw. And took me under his wing. And he didn't have to. I was 21. He was in his 30s. And, yeah. He gave me a chance and, and believed in me. And that was a massive thing back then.
All right, so tell us one more time, Wayne. You're with us again. For what reason? And you like the Jets maybe in the division, certainly this weekend over the Bills?
No, I just, like I said, I was doing something. I was saying that's the difference on, how people, view us right now. I know it's just Vegas, but people think we don't have a chance. But yeah, they were talking about, the spreads and this and that, DraftKings, and it was like, oh, you can take a touchdown or plus 250. I'm like, dude, if you think the Jets, if you're a fan, you think the Jets are going to win, you take the money line there.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, oh, hey, listen, if we lose by 6, it's the right, dude, get out of here. Bet the money line every week. People will say,
every week,
what's the Jets record going to be? I'm like 17-0. I'm not giving a game. What do you say now? 16-1. I'm not going to say, well, this is we're going to lose here. We can win it. Listen.
Now I know why BT loved you so much.
Yeah, I say the same thing. We're unkillable.
Next week, do whatever. If we 15-2, I don't care, dude. We're going to be in every game. This is different. I'll be there, doing the chant. I sit in the stands sometimes too. I love to hear it. It's great, man.
That's awesome.
I just love my Jets, and nothing more I want is for the win. For the guys like you, the fans, they deserve it. They deserve it, and it's going to happen. Maybe not this year, but if Aaron stays around, we are destined to win the Super Bowl. Hopefully soon,
Yep. Yeah. And listen, since you and I have a little relationship, maybe in a little bit at some point, you slip me AG's number. He comes on the show with me and Sal. When we make that happen, you keep telling us how good of friends you are with Aaron, which I know you are. You got to get him on our show here, Wayne. Come on.
Get him on. Listen, he's a hardworking guy.
I know he is.
I'm telling you, but maybe the day before the ticker tape parade, we can bring him on or something.
I love the way you're thinking, man. That's awesome. Listen, it's always good to have you on. I know those who watched you play. It's impossible not to love you. I mean, I say this with respect. In a lot of ways, you had almost no business being out there, and you went from that to being awesome. So appreciate the time as always, Wayne. Have fun on Sunday. I'll be at the Dallas game, so if you're going there, maybe we can connect, but I'm not going to be there Sunday, but enjoy it, okay?
I will see you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you talking great about me over the years and about my team. So love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
You're the man, Wayne. Thank you very much.
There
That's
it
awesome.
is. It's a man of the people.
We should go to a game with him. You're saying he's sitting in the stands.
Yeah, he's a regular dude, man. That's the way he was born and raised in Garfield. His dad was a bodybuilder. His dad was tough on him. I mean, Wayne is tough as nails. Everybody knows. But, he's just, because... I mean, listen, Boomer has a level of stardom, but you could also have a high level. But you'd also sit and you could kind of shoot the breeze with Boomer. But Boomer's been on TV for 30 years.
Boomer's Boomer.
Yeah.
He's MVP.
Wayne's just, if Wayne was at a construction site or a bouncer or, on Wall Street, which I know he's involved in finance now, he fits in any room. I'm not saying Boomer doesn't, but of course, Wayne's just never forgot his roots.